Your lights are great, Paul. You leaving them up for a while?
I don't know.
Those lights out back,
I don't
leaving them up.
know.
Oh, they look so pretty.
The ones around the deck.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna, when I take them down, I'm throwing them away. She, Pepper jumped up there and she tore some of them so they don't all light up, and it's. I'll have to get more.
So you got an idea of what the soccer field wants when he comes up to survey it, you give that in.
So we have to figure out what we're gonna let them do and then get it surveyed.
This would be right as far as I'm
You know what I'm talking about, though, so we have to know what section we're gonna let them use before we get it surveyed, so they can mark that off.
Well, a surveyor can mark it.
I thought we were surveying the whole thing.
Get with them and.
That's what was just showing. What
Yeah,
the
well,
most
we let him have it, you mark it all, and, then he can see, we gotta know what 5 acres is, buddy.
Right, would not have to be exactly 5 acres, that was a number I threw.
You don't wanna give them too much.
So what they want, right, what they wanna do is they wanna grass seed it and fix it up all real nice, whatever, and just use it for overflow parking.
As long as there's no concrete or asphalt or anything. So I mean, they're gonna get this,
They're gonna make it look like the soccer field.
they're gonna get this dirt cheap.
And they knew that.
Yeah.
They said it'll look just like the soccer field,
You're good.
which I said is that's what we want, so
Yeah.
we want it to be to where if farmers, if they want to give it back to a farmer, they can farm it.
Right. I'm gonna let you.
Well, he's gonna bring it up. But they were out in soccer field talking stuff from a couple, 2-3 weeks ago. I went and talked about it.
And then
I said, so what do you
surveyor,
guys looking at? What do you need? What are something? So they told us, okay.
when the surveyor comes up, then he can stake all 5 acres and that's the same.
And I told him, I said, well, put the thing for meetings. And you need to come to a meeting so you can present it to the guys.
Yeah.
So,
Huh? You got more than one and you have more than that. What's good?
right, but that's, if we want to donate a few acres to them, that's one thing, and then lease the rest of it out, you know.
I say maybe on a 5-year lease, something like that.
Right,
5-year lease.
right.
6:30. Keep going.
Which
That's good pictures there.
6:30.
You ready?
On that.
Let's call a meeting to order. Let's say pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's make a motion to accept last month's minutes.
I'll second.
Third. You got it. Well, Kyla, if you're ready to speak.
So I don't really have anything other than a few enforcement cases, so 207 and 209 South State Street, there's stuff on their porch again, so I've reopened their case. And then 305 South State Street has like a fridge and a bed frame out there now, so I sent them a letter. And then 221 South State Street, not Drew's, but the parking lot next to Drew's. Now there's tires out there again, so on that one. And then Brian McComb says he's ready for inspection on the apartments again, because you remember we were going to do it and he said the roof was having issues, so now we're going to aim for mid-February for his final inspection. But that's all I have, unless you guys have anything you guys.
I was telling these guys that, the garage building right down the street here, right past the dentist office. And right before you get to the big lot that the trucking company has, it used to be 5H truck stop. It looks like the back of the building's falling out.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay.
So if you're going down State Street out of town, if you look to your left at that building, you can, that's what you see. It's Well, they used the front of it coming from the parking lot, so it's actually the back of the building, but it's the side if you're on the street.
This way?
Yeah, it's on your left.
Then they used to move
That-
that belong to
that way.
fella used to have that land.
Yeah, it probably is on Harrisonville Road. But I can still, yeah,
Yeah, Lily Fields.
State Street,
okay, thank you.
this county.
Yeah, it is, but we can still look at
And
it.
it looks like it's fairly new.
We do the county,
It
yeah.
looks like it's fairly new, but it's,
Okay, yeah, I'll
It's a-
check it out when I'm down here next.
He's been living, he's lived here for years and years.
nothing to talk about.
Great fella. He was.
Lily Fields was around. there.
Fields.
Yeah, he was
He's
leading.
the one that used to, he said that,
Yeah.
been down there long. That's who was in that building.
Right.
Did y'all have anything else? Or,
That's good. If that's all you have, and you've
Yep.
done a good job. Thanks for checking on, Austin Ford's property.
yep. So, yep, if that's all you have, then thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kyla.
Good job.
Sam?
That's just a proposal for the lease of the 5 acres that you guys, we talked about it in the last meeting.
Right.
Well, the meeting before last. That's just kind of where we were thinking, if that can work for you guys and what comes out,
Yeah.
it fits what we're trying to do as far as fitting fields in there, and it's pretty relatively flat for what we
Okay.
would like to do.
Yeah, I want you to tell these guys what your intentions are to do with the property.
So we would basically, we're having a tournament there coming in May. So first year would probably just be seeded, get it good enough. We can park cars on it because we're kind of worried about the overflow traffic with the tournament. And then as the years go on, give it a little more tender care and get it where we can use it for overflow practice areas. So we can kind of move the kids around on the fields. Or if we get bigger, we can use that area for practice fields.
My understanding from you guys was that you wanted to make it basically like the rest of the soccer. field.
Exactly. Yes.
You want
It'll
to
be
make it-
grass.
Yeah, it'll be grass and cut weekly and taken care of.
One of our criteria too is, have you proven that you're a nonprofit?
Yeah, our treasurer emailed her
Okay.
the
Well, then that gives.
501c.
Well, then we've got to get it surveyed and stuff, so we'll,
And get with Rick. He's gonna have the surveyor come down. He's gonna
Okay.
contact. And you'll have to get with him on what part of it you want.
That next page has a map
then,
and the dimensions.
just show me.
I see it, yeah.
You've emailed the town.
I-
Your stuff for.
The 501, I emailed it to, I'm sorry, I forget your name,
Okay,
Shelby.
okay.
And see, that's marked off at 4.968 acres.
Yeah,
How'd you estimate that?
it's on the Beacon Schneider's GIS system.
Yeah, there's tools there that
It
you.
has a
Well,
tool
we'll
that
have
can
the
measure-
surveyor survey that part off
Right,
and separate that from the other 23 acres.
right.
Okay.
But I think
32.
from talking to Austin, other people
Well,
have interest.
it's
So I don't,
actually
I don't want to
23.
get in the middle of an issue. I just, this is, if that can work for you guys, that's what we're looking for. Yeah.
Last, but we're not. Front of. And really. We had until, I think it was January.
April the 15th is when the farmer's contract runs out.
Okay.
As far as I have decided, I'm sure what we want to do, or maybe that's something we're discussing.
That's what we're gonna be.
Well, what do you guys think? You think a 5-year
Well,
lease contract?
Well, do we also have to run in paper?
It'll have, no, that won't have to be run in the paper according to
This is.
the list here, the options. The 5 acres, if it's given to a
No, I mean
Non-profit.
for the rest.
The rest of it
Well, the
wouldn't.
rest of them have
Because
to,
I need to know in plenty of time so I can run.
Yeah.
yeah, the rest of it,
I need to know what to run.
well, when I get it surveyed,
Yeah.
I called,
I'm gonna get it surveyed, and once we get it surveyed, then they got their chunk out, we'll know exactly how much left.
yeah,
And we can run an ad in the paper to run a lease on it.
yeah.
So you guys aren't gonna do nothing until April to the contract.
April 15th, but
Well, it can,
I have the guy wants
But-
to re-up the whole thing again.
yeah, but it doesn't have to be April 15th. I mean, that's. We don't have to do nothing with it if we don't want to. I mean. But that's kind of where the deadline we'd like to
but
be at.
I think it's a good gesture to let TFA have 5 acres of it.
Well, you want to vote on it?
Yeah, you want to vote on that? The option 1? Let's take a vote on it.
Second it.
What happens if
What do you think, Paul?
What happens if somebody else has interest in the problem?
They'll bid the remaining property.
Not with these guys. Vote.
So
They were able until at least April.
This is not leasing it. This is basically,
Vote on it.
this is basically a donation
So
This is just to lease it, Danny.
They can donate.
for $1.
So option one that they're talking about, this letter I prepared them last time. Option one is that they lease 5 acres to a nonprofit.
Lease.
When you lease 5 acres to a nonprofit organization, as long as it aligns with like the goals of the town and our development and all that fun stuff. You can lease it for a nominal amount, which is where we say like you can use it for $1. As long as it's used for that very specific purpose.
Right.
Which we would outline in the lease.
Right.
The remaining 23 acres would still be surveyed and it would be bid on. That we would have to publish.
It's open to the
So
public.
that is the, and that would be open to the public, anybody who wanted to benefit from that could lease it. And your standard lease term is 3 years for that sort of thing.
3-year lease.
3 years,
Okay.
you can do more, but you all have to agree that you want to do more.
Are you guys concerned with the farmer coming down here to, farm 18 acres by doing something different? Is the farmer?
You need to come up here. I couldn't-
Is the farmer be willing to come down here?
Austin, you want to come up here
Yeah,
so
I
we can
can.
hear you, buddy?
Yeah, I can't really hear you.
Let's,
I mean, have you?
So I would say, like, one thing to maybe consider is if I do something different with my tillable ground back there, are you guys concerned if the farmer is willing to come back here to farm just the remaining 18 acres? I don't know if that should be taken into consideration or not. I don't know that he's willing to come back. I haven't had a conversation with him or anything like that, but, you know, if I do something different with my ground, I don't know if he does or does not have a willingness to come back.
are you gonna lease, Benson's and Ford's ground?
So I own the ground. I'm,
Or not lease it, I'm sorry. Are you gonna let him farm?
undecided as of right now on what I'm doing for this next year, essentially.
Well, the only way, we had zoning check on any kind of a right of way and there is none.
As far as,
As far as at the end of the asphalt there on Bulls, there's no right of way to go in on the grass or anything else.
gotcha. My understanding is that there should be a record through the town, and you guys at the last meeting said that there's always been access through there, so
Is it zoning checked on that?
I guess I would refer
And
to
there is none.
the attorney on this. How does that work if I want to press the issue of having access where it's always been off the end of the South Bulls?
It kind of depends on the survey. So, you need that surveyed in. And then it would just be right away.
Gotcha. I talked to Rob Sig. I was gonna have him work on a right-of-way agreement to give you guys, but if there's gonna be a conflict or something, I'd rather not pay him to do that. But my understanding, and you can correct me, is if it's always been accessed, there should be a letter.
The
somewhere-
only access that's been down there is at the end of Bowles, the asphalt pavement, the farmer. That's his only access to get to the other fields.
Correct.
And he goes through there. And you would be okay to go through there as long as you didn't tear it up, but we don't want to put no gravel up through there because if we had a gravel driveway put through there, people would think, well, that's a driveway. We're going to drive right on back through the park.
What about doing a gate with key for the town and.
So that'd be just something else we'd have to fool around with.
So I guess let me ask you this, what changed since the last meeting? Because you guys pretty much said, hey, that's always been the access there.
There has been no access there other than the farmer getting back through there.
See, that brings up something though.
I can-
With the real estate laws is there has to be something about being grandfathered.
And
Because
my
it's been
understanding is that you
used-
guys have
been
record.
used so long. Yeah,
Send us something on that. I can get it.
Because at the last meeting, you had said if there's a
I've got
history
it.
of
I've
use.
got a copy of it.
I was under the understanding that you'd recommend
Here.
that they continue to allow that use. So I think it'd be ideal to have something.
It used to come back first. Just one,
What it actually. I don't
so that survey.
want to problem. It's like,
So do you guys recall the
Hey,
lot between the?
take a look at this.
You guys recall the lot between those two? My grandmother ever stayed in the past. And the town should have a record that there was always access through that lot.
It's news to me.
So if I want to press the issue, what's the next step?
Always. Right. Always draw one up.
I would propose a right of way, but I would pay SIG surveying to do it, and I'd rather not pay him to do it if it's gonna
here's
be.
what I think what's going on here is you think that we've changed our minds. We haven't changed our minds. It's just that we found out that there's not a legal easement there.
Yeah, there was.
So we're kind of in limbo as far as what we can do and
So-
what we can.
That's fair. If it's always been access though, are you willing to agree to a right of way?
At the end of Bowles,
Correct.
there never has been an access other than us letting the farmer come through there to
So-
farm the fields.
So does the town have no record of the lot that my grandmother had donated between those two fingers? Because technically the farmer is coming across my ground to get into the field, so that could be an issue.
I don't know about that. Maybe you could not farm it.
If I don't farm it, I own all the way over behind the park. I mean, that's not ideal for you guys either, or the look of the town. So, there's, the farmer's coming across land I own to get to the field
He
down there.
probably is. Yeah.
So, I would like to agree to a right of way. I think that'd be in,
What you would be. Clear where that, like, a survey, is the best way to do that.
Yep.
Now, and then you would propose, like, here's the layout, here's where I propose this go. And they can decide from there. If someone else has been using that purpose, or using it for that purpose for a long period of time.
I don't know anything about that though, Shelby.
Well, if anybody. If anybody, I know there, with the real estate laws, if anybody has been using it, if the farmer's been using it, if he's been using it or whatever for over like 10 years, I can't remember what it is. It's like. over
Probably
10
been
years.
25 years.
Yeah, then that's pretty hard to shut them off. There's some kind of law that protects them
Yeah.
from you shutting them off of that.
It's an easement by use, or a right of way by
Yeah,
use,
it's,
or by necessity.
so he's protected.
so if I continue to use it though, and use it more heavily with having the property there, I mean, it's not gonna look good with vehicles running in and out of the whole time. It's gonna go to mud, which I would think is not ideal for you guys, like I mentioned at the last visit.
His idea of putting gravel down was so they didn't.
You mean at the end of Bowles?
Yeah. it's
Correct.
gonna-
Why can't you, Austin, why can't you use your ground?
As
You bought that house right there. Why
'Cause
can't you have
then
it
I-
right? And
then I'm right in the front yard. I'd rather not do that. It makes more sense to come off the end of the street.
well, we don't want no gravel
Well, then that
put
brings-
in there.
Then that brings up, what's the farmer gonna use access to get to the,
Well, he's got, if the farmer wants to farm that 23 acres or whoever wants to do whatever they want to do with it, but farming,
yeah, but
he has access to go through where the other farmer's been going through for
yeah,
years.
we can't give one guy access and nobody else.
Can I
access.
point to the access real quick on where he's, because
Have
he's
to- have
coming
to
across.
zoning,
me to
Take a
access.
look at what he's talking about. I
Yeah,
don't know
he's-
whether West Harrison owns any of that.
So this is the lot. He's coming straight down Bowles. He comes right across this figure here, which I own, to get into this field. So he is.
So he can cut the farmer off.
He doesn't go down Bowles.
He does with semis and combine.
When? I never see
He
him.
does, he goes down Bowles, it goes in right.
I
there.
never see it because
Even-
Bowles is too narrow. You've got signs up.
South Bowles,
Bowles is too narrow of a road for any of his equipment to get down through there, semis or anything.
East Broadway is, but South Bowles is, I'm assuming, you know, if you come down to the railroad, you take a left. South Bowles is that's a pretty wide street.
I've never seen that farmer go through there with any of his stuff.
He does it all the time.
Yeah, he does.
I evidently, but well, then you can stop him.
He comes down Broadway and then turns left on Bowles and goes right out the end of the road, right through the woods and goes into the field.
I mean, that's not
I've never
ideal for me
seen
to,
that. I guess,
Here's where we come into a conflict. If we cut him off and the farmer off and get through there and stuff like that, basically what he's saying is he can cut the farmer off. So then
Well,
ain't nobody gonna want
Well,
to lease that property.
if the farmer's doing that, then we can stop him because our roads are too narrow.
but I don't think it's ideal for you guys to let the property go.
And that's the other option is that then he'll just let his property just go to woods or crap or whatever, and then we have to deal with that.
Whatever.
Correct me if I'm wrong, we're still gonna have the 23 acres survey.
Still gonna have 23 acres of farm ground.
Where and go from there.
I don't know where else they would enter.
Well, the only place right now they are supposed to enter is right there at the end of Bowles where the asphalt ends to get. Now, I don't know whether I've never seen that farmer come down Broadway
Correct, he doesn't.
or West Harrison Avenue down through here.
He comes down South Bowles, right in front of the playground,
Yeah.
at the end of South Bowles.
He comes in on,
He drove by me with two semis.
And then you're saying he's coming out and using our narrow roads? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, he can't do that. We can put a stop to that.
they've been doing it for years.
We got signed. Well, I didn't know about it.
He's not going back into past the area. He's turning left right at the park.
Well, that's our street and we can put a stop to that. Whoever,
I think the issue though then is it doesn't get farmed.
Yeah, that's. I mean, they've had a past precedence for years and years and
Yeah,
years of
yeah.
letting him go back
Just shut it off
through there.
why can't we?
because there's laws on the books to protect the people who've been using the property. There's real estate laws. There's laws about. Just
I'm
like-
not- I guess-
Just like that lane.
I
at the
need-
Soccer field.
Well, how do you
They
think you
tried to
got-
shut that off and say it was private,
I'm-
that lady at that house.
I'd be happy to walk it.
I guess I
guys.
need to walk down there and take a look at it because I don't.
I
know
can,
what-
I'd be happy to meet you down there one
I don't
day.
know what you're talking.
I'm not sure that there's not enough room on our property to get to our property through there. From what I see, it's right there.
Well, yeah, he's driving through that lot in the center that the city does own, or the town does own. Do what?
Feet, he could turn it off.
He'll be over top the trail and then he'll try to, and then he'll have to, and then he'll have to swing
Yeah,
in.
I would.
He stays in front of Moab's.
Yeah, he goes right to the lot in between
On Moab, is that your property there?
the town owns there's like two fingers that come out off the field. There's a lot right between, there's woods around it.
Yeah.
You know that, and then he just comes right through that and he comes across me to access the, Field back in there.
Yeah.
correct, yeah. So he cuts through that lot and then over me to get to the field the town owns.
Mitchell can show me. I'll go
I'd
down
be
there.
more comfortable if I showed you.
Huh?
I'd be more as the landowner, so.
I'll give you my phone number and we'll walk down there because I'm not really understanding what you're talking about.
Gotcha, that's fair.
Actually, call me. I want to go along too.
Okay, that's fair.
Make sure that that's addressed wherever entry would be, especially if we're gonna parcel out, sort of plot out 5 acres. We gotta make sure everybody has access if we're gonna bid it.
Let me ask you this, if somebody was interested in purchase and they just let the soccer field have it for at least 3 to 5 years to start with, and then, right to renew a lease after that. I mean, is that an issue as well? I know you guys had talked about getting the whole thing surveyed and appraised.
I think we ought to hang on to the 23 acres.
And that's fair.
Because if say like future councils want to extend maybe a playground back there or whatever.
And what if
they
you
can.
guys kept like the first 3 acres next to the 5 they want to lease?
What I'm experiencing as the new town attorney is when we have large open spaces that are vacant, It's really attractive to all of the homeless. So it's much easier for us to police, so to speak. If it's public land that the town owns, rather than if it's a private property owner. Who maybe doesn't care.
So I'd say I have a pretty good track record of caring because there's no homeless back on me. And there's a homeless camp in the backyard that was clearly coming right from the city into the backyard. I'm not selling it.
That's the situation you run.
Or do a first right of purchase back to the town. Yeah. I mean, that's an option.
Survey, buddy, survey once we have it done. And then if you want to make a proposal on a right of way, if that's necessary still, it might not be. The survey might solve that problem for you.
If there's no record though.
I need
you
to
guys are-
see it first. I,
Well, should I go ahead and have Rob Sig do it or should I hold off? Cause I don't want to, if he's gonna be down here, I don't want to just pay money to pay money.
hold off and then I want to walk down there. You need to show me what you're talking about.
Yeah,
because
let's look at what you.
I can do that.
I don't know.
I can
I
pull
don't
it up
have
on
no
maps.
idea.
That's fair. We can pull it up on the maps. I can walk with you. It's no
Yeah,
problem.
I'd rather see it firsthand, so I get a better understanding.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm not like in a huge rush or anything. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to propose is if I do something different with my 18, I'm sure you don't want the other roughly 18 or 20 acres of farm ground that you guys would have to just not be farmed. I mean, that wouldn't be ideal. So,
Probably need to, I mean, we need to talk to Dan Hampton and he does too.
yeah,
Yeah,
To
we,
know what's really gonna be,
that's fair.
you know what I mean? before
yeah,
we
you
make a
need to talk to
decision.
him too. See, you don't have to put you got
guys-
private property back there. It belongs to you. You don't have to put it in the paper. For
You've
bid.
been leasing it to
Cor-
them for years too, just like.
Yeah,
like
correct.
we have.
Yeah, correct. So, do you want me to just give you my number afterwards or something?
Do what?
Do you just want me to give you my phone number afterwards? For getting a hold of you guys to walk it?
Can I get your phone number now?
Yep, that's fine. It's 513
I'll write it down.
846
8
46
846
4343.
4346
43, sorry. 4343.
43.
Yep. And your name is Shelby.
513 846 43.
43, yep. 513 846 4343.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Paul has it too,
I
actually,
got it.
if you need it. Yeah, I
Okay.
should have said that.
Get that set up with him, then let me know ahead of time so I can meet you.
And then Shelby, I don't know if you're able to send me the information of anything I should be aware of.
I don't know.
I need to see. it.
Gotcha.
When you point to that up there, that don't tell me anything. I need to walk it off. I need to see what it looks
I
like.
want to visibly see it.
they get the survey done, make copies of that assessment.
Cool. That works. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you,
Is
Austin.
it okay if I hang on to this?
Hang on to it.
All right.
Do you happen to have a survey of your property in the field?
I think Rob does. Rob Sig does, I
We
We
think.
got like
copy of that,
52
too.
acres or something.
To see how.
Yeah.
Cause you may want a copy of that since it's boundary ours and boundary.
I think he's doing some work for you guys down the street. I mean, he has a lot of the data on the area because I've had him do a couple of things when I lived down here too. So
He's supposed to be surveying the end of the street. for
Yeah,
like the-
pretty busy, I get it.
3 months since he ain't been here yet.
gotcha. Well, yeah, I know he has to do a lot of work like at the county first pulling records. I don't know how all that works. So
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Okay,
All right, bud.
Rick's going to, now I contacted the assessor today. And he acts like he can get to it. To assess it.
Yeah, we can get a surveyor now that we know what piece they want.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of stuff to make a decision before we.
Yeah.
Well, it is,
Vote on
yeah.
Something to do.
Yeah, we can't do nothing until we get it surveyed and
Yeah.
stuff, until we look at that piece he's talking about too.
So we're holding off on that vote?
Yeah,
I would say so.
Let's hold off on it. Patty?
Yeah.
You got anything?
I don't want this piece of voting.
No? Joy, you have anything? No?
No.
Brad?
Yes, sir.
Cheryl? No? You're up, Jason.
The only thing I hate.
Get up here.
You me go there. I got one of our reserve officers, Will Centerman. His plates are expired on his carrier. Which just the panels inside, I'd like to replace the panels inside for him. If that's something we can
On
do.
his vest?
Yeah,
It's expired.
$4.99 to $5.99 for the ballistic panels. So,
Gotta have that.
I mean,
Gotta
that's-
have it.
I think there is an IC code that we replace panels or
Yeah.
Level
Yeah.
3 or 4.
just level 3. Just the standard 3
I say yes.
Because I mean, he's okay, get your paperwork. So if I have him pay it, then can you reimburse him or something of that nature? Is that okay?
I can, but.
Or would you want us to go? I can get an invoice from the company. I'll do that. I'll do that. And then, little update, we did have a meeting with the people of the 878 Pinhook Road. Was able to get verbal,
Sammy, yeah.
yes, I mean, was able to get verbal confirmation from them in front of you, in front of our attorney. Giving us permission to go on their property and evict, evict 8 people while we were down there, arrested one for a warrant that ended up being, when we started searching him, he had methamphetamines on him and 2 syringes. So
That'll do
he
it.
went to jail.
That'll do it.
And I think I gave him to the June 17th to be out there to try to get, January 17th. Thank you. Yeah, a long time, January 17th. So of the amount of stuff that's occurred down there to get that out. So we'll see where it goes, go back down there, and who's ever down there, they're going to take a ride, and then whoever's new will just trespass them and move forward from there. But I'd still like to get something on paper. That's all I want.
And you talked to Sinister Sound, whoever. the
Yeah,
boss
yeah,
is,
about the vehicles.
About those
About
vehicles
2
that
vehicles,
have
they
been
got
there
4
forever.
vehicles
in the
out
parking
front,
lot.
flat tires are looking a little rough. I talked to them, they're supposed to get them out. So we'll see where that goes. I'll give them a little bit, because it's on,
Precedence of a junkyard.
it's on private property. So, I'm trying to go in where, yeah, and then,
Sunny property where you arrested them people.
Yes.
So was that?
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
Sunny
Yeah.
property, we
Yeah.
arrested them? people?
yeah.
He arrested one guy.
Yeah, one guy for a warrant, and then he had
Good
other
drugs.
stuff on him. With that, the Sinister Sound, I talked to them, he was gonna talk with the owner, gave him my business card. Let's see what they want to do. And then the other 2, I noticed there's 2 over here on balls that are expired. So I talked with her, she's supposed to get them up to date. If they don't, then we'll sew some stickers on it and do roll from there.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah,
Well,
Thank
thank you, man.
Over and in.
sit down.
Do we have any old or new business that anybody wants to talk about?
I think that's it.
That's it.
You want the full, Sunny breakdown? Would you like me to tell you on the record?
If you would, yeah, you're next, Shelby.
So we had our initial hearing. When was that, Marshall? Was that Thursday?
When was it? It was
Wednesday. Wednesday
this past Wednesday last week.
on the Summy property. Sarah Summy, the trustee, and her son Herb Summy, Sumi, they say it differently.
I'll pronounce it.
I know I don't say it the way they say it, but they both showed up, they appeared, they acknowledged that there's a problem and they've been aware of it for at least 3 years. They really wanted the town to do something about it. And I said, well, that's not how it works, it's on your land. I did give them, it's basically an agreement for ongoing enforcement and a right of way, a very limited right of way for the officers, whether it's Dearborn County. So the way that I set it up would be Town of West Harrison deputy would determine when Dearborn County Sheriff's Department was needed. And at his discretion, he could take the sheriff out there with him if they agree to this, right? Herb Summy, my agreement, my proposal was 3 pages long. He said, well, I just want 1 page. And I said, well, that's silly because there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that protects you from the town just taking your land. So you need to go speak with counsel.
So we chit chatted for about 30 minutes before the hearing. They did indicate they're going to review that with council. Sarah was more inclined to do, she like really wanted to propose, like they lease that little sliver that is the problematic section of the horseshoe. If you're looking at the map where the river runs through there. She was almost more willing to wanted to do a lease. And, you know, me and Marshall were kind of like, you can send us a proposal, but
We don't need any responsibility
right,
for cleaning that mess up,
right.
you know?
A big concern when we were talking to the Summies, their biggest thing was they didn't want to do any sort of agreement that necessarily gave the Dearborn County Department of Health access to the property for whatever reason. So I said, you know, we can only, we're the town of West Harrison. We're not the county. We're not the health department. We can only negotiate with you as the town. And that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
Then Sarah and Herb gave Jason permission. So we had our hearing. They didn't admit to anything, but they did want to go get an attorney. And I'm going to have to, I don't remember the date off the top of my head. We did get set for a final hearing on the ordinance violations in March. So what that means is if I hear nothing, right? If they do nothing and I hear nothing back, we'll have a court hearing. I will call Jason again to testify. We'll submit all of, you know, the pictures he's taken and he can discuss his personal observations now that he's been down there. And then judge would order that they pay some sort of fine, and that could be, you know, used as a lien against the property if they, in the future. Or we could take it into circuit court, but I don't think, it doesn't seem like that's where they want to take this. They were in face to face, they were very willing to negotiate and discuss ideas.
Start to come in line.
They just really needed counsel. They didn't have a good, they were spitballing and it was kind of a mess. So, like Jason said, there were 8 people down there. One of them had an active arrest warrant. So he took care of that, gave them the necessary notice. I have proof. He sent me all of his, he identified everyone if the Summies would need to like evict them in the future. Larry, I don't know if that's something you would want for the town's records, but I can send it to you if you'd like.
Keep sending to me, I'll keep it.
Okay. That way, in case you have any future issues. So yeah, so far so good. I haven't heard back from them on if they've gotten an attorney or if they're going to counter offer. I'm hoping they sit down with a lawyer and the lawyer explains why actually a lot of the stuff in that agreement is good for them, and limits their liability. So far they're working with us. That's good news. As far as Drew Fab goes, I did send a letter, like a notice via certified mail, gave them 10 days to remedy the dumping issue. That's been delivered and served, but I haven't heard anything back from them. Now in that letter, I generally refer them to the clerk, to Larry, if they want to reach out and offer to like clarify something. I don't believe you've gotten anything either. Right. And then okay. So, I mean, I guess your next step with Drew Fab is do we want to do an ordinance violation and a complaint? And if you do, I'll get that drafted and moving.
They've cleaned up quite a bit behind the apartment building.
So they're working on it. So
Yeah,
maybe we hold off. I don't know.
I'd say give them a little time right now because
Let's hold off.
they've
Okay.
made progress.
Alrighty. On the Graves property, I have the stuff drafted. Larry has sent me everything he has on what it's costs, and it seems like he's had all of that. He's kept good track of that, but I have not actually sent anything, like served Mr. Graves with a letter or notice or anything as of yet. That's still the plan though, correct? You would still like that done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just need to get that sent. Right. Sarah, and it sounds like on the lease issue, you're going to do the survey and then you're going to have your sort of final vote.
Have it assessed too.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
once
right.
we got document of what's what, then we can make a,
Is there any,
Needed to make sure we talk to Dan Hampton about,
Yeah, well, I will.
because it makes a difference if it's just ours, Austin's too,
Yeah, Austin will get a hold of Hampton too, I would imagine, and
do
whatever he
you
wants to
need
do.
me to do anything to follow up on that? Or,
I think at this point.
yep, I don't think so either. I'm just double checking. Well, that's really all I have, unless there's something I've missed.
That's good news. Yes.
Thank you. You're doing a good job.
That's good news.
So, no, they indicated they've been contacted by the Department of Health. They were gonna handle cleanup. They were very concerned about what the cost of cleanup would be, and I think minimizing that cost is their goal. And we don't have any objection to that. We understand why they would want to keep it cost efficient.
Yeah.
Right. Alrighty.
Mark, that truth man, apartment building, you gotta make him box that dumpster in like everybody else does.
We could if he doesn't keep that cleaned up.
Box it in, two family.
A lot of them will have to box theirs in. So we'll see what he does. He's the only one that really lays stuff up against his dumpster, and he claims other people's coming down the alley and putting their own garbage there. And
Yeah, they do that at the dumpster at the soccer fields. Yeah, the soccer field dumpster gets abused every once in a while. They go back there and full of mattresses and.
they may have one, I don't know. Well, we've got to pay the bills. Sign the bills off. If you guys want to leave, you can. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. I agree. I agree. Yeah. I want Austin to show me what he's talking about. Brother Barry will show me.
Well, I think what's happening is when he goes in with this combine and stuff in his trucks, he's going in and he's cutting a little bit corner through Austin's property to go to the field because he doesn't want to drive in our path going through that. That's what's happening.
It shouldn't make any difference to him because Hampson's doing their fields too.
But he may not be. They may not.
He may not
He
be.
may, but then we're gonna have to.
Survey him, cure that problem.
Alan's gonna give him access. He does.
And what?
How would we give Hampton access if he doesn't?
The only access we can give him is down there on the end of Bowles at the end of the pavement going back through our park. That was.
He would have to drive up on pathway and
Yeah,
stuff.
he would have to drive onto our walkways.
Is that between
He
the
could
house?
get in that way, but he would have to drive up across our sidewalk.
Yeah, we're not gonna have that. Break our sidewalks and asphalt down.
Are you talking about between the railroad
No.
and the house?
No, yeah, that area.
Thank you, Shelby.
We're walking down.
Yeah, that's the only way I've ever seen him go in.
That's the only way I know he's ever gone.
Well, evidently my eyes deceived me because I got the corner lot right there. And when I see him bring all these equipment down, he goes down Bowles and he goes in that way.
That's what we're saying.
That's what we're talking
That's what
about.
we're saying. That's what he
Well,
does
what's wrong
do.
with that?
He comes down Broadway, turns left onto Bowles and goes right on.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
But
But he's driving over some of Austin's property.
decides not to farm his property.
Where is Austin's property though?
It
I can't.
corners with ours. You can see it,
No.
you can see it.
I can't, I don't see it. You're gonna have to show me.
He's got 53 acres.
It does.
If he corners it, it's way back
Right
in
here.
the field.
Right here. This is Austin's basic line of property, right there.
Well, I mean, he may be doing that, but
It's all,
And that's what he is doing. He's cutting across the
it's all
corner.
of this right here.
Yeah, he's cutting
He's got
across the
53
corner.
acres.
See, it never was a problem, you
It's
know,
never
as long
been.
as the other fields were being farmed by the same.
That's what I
person.
say. It's never been a problem because it's all been leased to the same farm.
It would wait till we get the survey,
Yeah.
when Rick goes ahead and gets that
And
survey
we
done.
need to see if we can get,
And-
ask Sig for a copy of his survey also, and you can
That's-
patch them up. and
Get a,
make
get a
sure-
copy of that.
That's what I just got from him, the surveyor. They.
Sig, the same one that's supposed to be surveying our.
Yeah, I'll
property.
call him, see what's going on.
All right. Now, bills.
Now, I did call the appraiser today,
Okay.
and I'll let you know.
He can't appraise it till he gets a survey.
Right.
He claims he can.
Well, he's gonna give you a good eyeball.
Well, I mean, he claims he can do it. I'll tell you what, now, we got till
He's,
April.
he's
I
gonna,
know.
he'll base it off of old records.
He will.
But-
Based
Yeah,
off-
he'll base it off what he'll go to, which majigger, where we keep all our stuff.
See, my
No,
concern
that-
is, we got till April the
Who is
fifteenth.
that?
Now, that ain't a lot of.
Who is it that handles all?
You gotta-
the
and we gotta
deeds
run
and
it in
stuff, man?
paper.
That's,
That deadline is just if you're gonna lease it to be farmed this
all
year.
right, guys. This first one here, this is an ordinance,
Well-
this is your first ordinance for this year. This is our salary ordinance. What I took is what our salaries after the raise up and all that last year.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
You mean for the patrol
Everyone,
stuff?
everyone,
Oh,
all our salaries for this year.
yeah.
Every January, I have to turn in a fixed salary
Right.
ordinance. We did it last year. We gotta
Yeah.
do it every year.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's why if you ever decide again to give raises like we did last year, we need to do this before I do the budget
Okay.
for that year. And I'll write it down like I did this one. And then we try to turn it in the beginning of the next year to them. This has Jason's new now. It still shows on here a deputy marshal, which is what Adam
Adam
was.
was, he's
It
gone.
still shows a price value,
Yeah.
but that's not gonna make any difference.
Yeah.
You guys just need to sign it so I can turn it in. There's a lot of stuff that we need to do. It's an eight search, it's ahead of time.
Yeah.
Before any.
To
of
give you
this.
time to get
If
shit.
we're deciding to buy a new something, we need to talk about it early in the year before, hey,
Yeah.
Give us a heads up on stuff.
I'm giving you a heads up right now.
I know, I was messing with you.
Probably gonna
I
be
know, I was
buying-
joking with you.
Probably gonna be looking at police car soon.
Yeah.
This is paper. Is there two of them there? There's one. There's one.
Seen a bill on that one thing to Kroger's for $500 and something and another bill. at
Uh-huh.
Kroger's. What the hell we buying at Kroger's?
Get card?
Oh,
What is it?
those gift cards.
The gift card.
Oh, that's,
I thought who's buying her groceries?
okay.
I scanned it before I did it.
You did.
I forgot all about it. I got that thing in the mail. I was like, hey. Yeah, that's what I was joking with him. I said,
You're gonna sign for it here.
that's what I was joking with him. I said, who bought their groceries on a township bill?
Now, when we buy equipment for the police and stuff like that, who actually owns that stuff?
Technically, yes.
We do.
That's what I kind of thought.
Yeah, because I asked Jason about Adam stuff as they turn stuff in. He said, yeah, I said, okay. So
Okay,
anything that
I don't know what he has.
Anything that we-
Cause I thought it's if we normally buy, we normally own. Cause we do buy, truthfully, we buy a lot of clothes
Right.
over the year.
Yeah.
Not a ton, but you know. We do buy some, we buy a lot, quite a bit of ammo and.
Well, they use that on their target practice.
Right,
They gotta have ammo.
yeah. Police like that, or otherwise they're expensive.
You don't need to go bang banging every month though.
This is the first time, last year was the first time I had ever had to buy it. I didn't have to buy it the year before. So apparently they have. Is
Well, what they had, yeah, and
They're only required to go shoot once a year
that all it is?
Yep,
for the state.
but they gotta keep.
So they asked for 50 cal, I need to start with
Yeah,
it.
if it's just 940s and 223s, we're okay, but
Yeah.
after that.
You know, we could.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Don't be asked for no 50 cal round, but that.
Hey, what about them grants they used to have? We get Jason to apply for some of that military equipment. We get a couple tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, get a couple tanks. No,
Well, that's how Simon Lease got a bunch of his stuff. He did it off of drug busts and
I
stuff
throw
like that.
tanks in the army. I want tank. God, I'd love to drive them.
Simon Lease had a tank. Actually, he still has a tank, or not him. It's McGuffey has a tank. Oh, yeah.
Probably need here.
Is these West helicopters still open out there?
So I think they're going.
Yeah, I was just saying, I haven't heard any.
I'll take it.
helicopters.
They can give it to me. I'll use it.
Sheriff used to bring us out there for work.
I'll give them my boat that they don't have to use, and I'll take that one. Yeah, those
I drove tanks.
center console boats, those are
Did you?
awesome.
One of Bradley's, they actually fall. They're 10 times the tanks that I drove. And they fly.
They're pretty quick.
Oh, God, they're almost 3 times faster than the ones when I was in the service.
Hmm.
You could really get hurt one of those things if you roll.
Still think we need to get you side by side.
I think he just needs a bicycle.
That's what I was thinking. Summertime, we'll put you on a bicycle.
It'll save us some gas.
Yeah.
You know, I volunteered to do that when I was a police officer here, and they told me no.
What, bicycle?
Yep.
Okay, so my son was cop in the Air Force for 4 years. And he got on a program for a while in the summertime where he's riding a bicycle on base. He said, I love that, man. He goes, it was great, just tore around on that bike. He had 2 of them.
Yep.
2 guys.
Up there.
What a couple segways.
Well, they got enough streets to drive them on like that. Ours, you're just a target.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lawrenceburg's got everything. They got that indoor shooting range and they got motorcycles and they got, yeah, they got.
They get a lot of gambling boat money too.
That's.
You ain't kidding, Rick.
Yeah, they got stuff they don't even need.
Lawrenceburg PD.
You ever been in that van they got?
Mm-mm.
Oh, yeah, they got a surveillance van. It's got the cameras and all stuff. It's got a telescopic, it's got a camera that goes up like 30 feet, 24 feet.
Yeah, command center, yeah.
Yeah, I've been inside that thing. That thing is neat as hell. You can spy on somebody from a long ways off of that thing. It's like something you see on TV. They got that down in Lawrenceburg.
No guy that, I think we would ever need him here,
Dude,
but
dude,
he's
what?
selling,
That's my friend, stuff I need.
mobile camera units.
Oh.
Where they're like on the it's like the generator, you know, it's raised up.
Printing stuff has got stupid, man.
This one,
figured out
this would be the second.
They're nice, it's nice because it has
Yeah,
a
I need to
mobile
find
app.
somebody else for my checks. I
That'll tell you
figured out the other day, I
when it's
paid
running out
80
of gas,
cents a
so you
check.
can go out there,
What I'm
gas in it and all that kind of stuff.
Bundles of checks. How was that? Fire department?
Insurance.
I'll tell you what,
Fire and EMS.
they
Oh,
go,
yeah.
they go
I
past,
actually get a whole, like.
there's some days they go past my house
Because
3-4 times before
Fun.
2 o'clock in the
I don't think we
afternoon.
need to buy.
But you guys need to.
County, but there's
You'll need to talk to them.
several
this
different
year.
events
Someone. from
where we could
council
use it, like, like one.
They'll come down. Because this is the last year of their agreement.
To renegotiate.
They did a 3-year agreement the last time when I was on council still. So I remember the fire guy come down.
They had a bunch of them on,
Yeah.
From the. Harris
buildings that
come down
were
here.
renovating downtown.
So they brought a proposal.
Maybe look, if they bring it back, it'll be a.
When's the
proposal.
contract
It's
up?
Only for 3 years.
When's it up?
And we paid.
Right now?
Last year.
Okay.
So sometime this.
Sometime this summer, we
Sometime
need to
this
do it
summer,
for
we
next year.
need to get our contract for the next.
Yeah, they
3
go
years.
across that.
Renegotiated.
Yeah, and it goes up a couple $1,000 every year,
Yeah.
basically. About.
Yeah.
It's expensive. I mean, it's, you got lazy, man. You forgot to put your X's here for us to see.
So they were sorry.
So last Monday I was heading out, heading to Mount St. Joe's. And, had like 6. 4 sheriff deputies and 2 Harrison guys. And then there's a lot across from me, pretty close. I don't know what happened.
This last one.
That would have been Monday, like around.
Yeah, that went quick.
When it gets
Yeah.
late, people say,
You're on the meeting.
Let's take a vote to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
Third.
We're out of here.
Meeting's over. Yes, seriously, that's, you said what's next, Kim, right? Yeah, but I'm saying my prayers for her every night.
That's.
Yeah, got a tickle in my throat.